We have major news this evening. Donald Trump is weighing a massive strike on Iran that could come as soon as potentially this week. According to CNN, this strike will be bigger if he goes through with it than any of the prior strikes on the nuclear sites. This new strike that he's weighing includes possible strikes on government institutions, on nuclear sites, and also on high-level security officials who were responsible for and ordered the killings of the protesters in Iran. Remember, there have been mass protests in Iran for several weeks. Thousands of people were killed by the Iranian regime. It was horrific. And well, now Donald Trump has been saying that if you kill protesters, we're going to come after you. And we have this now quote-unquote armada off the coast of Iran. Lots of military personnel in the region. A strike does appear near. It's a matter of how big and when, and whether or not Iran will take some type of off-ramp here. So we'll see what happens, but he is weighing a major strike this evening. Spread the word, follow for more.
The next 10 days are being described by some as the opening chapter of the World War III. Now, the reason some people believe we might only have 10 days before things escalate is that the United States have reportedly positioned its stronger nuclear-powered warship, the Abraham Lincoln, extremely close to Iran. And last time Trump gave what many are calling a final warning, saying the next attack could be far worse if Iran doesn't reach a deal without nuclear weapons. If tension were to escalate, history suggests the US might be poured tens or even hundreds of billions of dollars into nuclear energy companies right before a major global event. One way some investors are looking at which companies could benefit is by checking the US government wallet, and the only nuclear-related company it holds appears to be Beam. Beam is currently around $2 million market cap, but if large amounts of capital were to flow into it, over the next 10 days the market cap could potentially grow dramatically. In extreme scenarios, some believe early investments will see outside returns, turning a small 1,000 position into a life-changing amount. If you want to be ready for what might happen in the coming days, it could be worth keeping an eye on Beam. And as always, this is not a financial advice, always do your own research.
President Trump has renewed his threats against Iran, demanding that it enter nuclear talks, or face a potential attack. The US president posted online overnight saying that time is running out. It is truly of the essence. As I told Iran once before, make a deal. They didn't, and there was Operation Midnight Hammer, a major destruction of Iran. The next attack will be far worse. Don't make that happen again. Now, Midnight Hammer occurred in June last year. It came after Israel's 12-day war with Iran. It involved those bunker-busting bombs and Tomahawk missiles that targeted Iran's nuclear facility. Now, the president says that he is open to negotiations. He is hoping that Iran will come to the table. The Iranian mission to the United Nations has responded with its own social media post saying that it is ready for dialogue based on mutual respect and interests, but then added, if pushed, Iran would defend itself and respond like never before. So both parties saying there that they are open to negotiations, but then throwing out these threats. So really, it is unclear where this stands at the moment, guys.
Donald Trump might be about to topple Iran's leaders the same way he basically stole Venezuela's president from his bed. Here's why that matters. Just like the armada of US warships that gathered in the Caribbean and made off with Nicolas Maduro, another armada has now arrived in the Middle East. Trump says he's ready to unleash major destruction on Iran's leaders, who are clinging to power after slaughtering thousands of demonstrators. If he does strike, it'll matter because Iran is a major player in two alliances. First, the anti-Western axis of evil made up of China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea. The Iranians are helping Russia's war effort against Ukraine by supplying up to 500 drones a day. And on top of that, they are thought to be sending billions of dollars worth of missiles and war advisors. Iran sells oil to China and has become one of Beijing's most important suppliers after Maduro was toppled. And Iran and North Korea have a history of trading nuclear secrets. There are fears Pyongyang is helping Iran rebuild its nuclear program after Trump's last strikes. The second alliance Iran is part of is the Axis of Resistance, a network of Middle Eastern terror groups. It includes Hamas in Gaza, Hezbollah in Lebanon, and the Houthis in Yemen, all of which exist to threaten Israel, one of America's closest allies. Toppling the Iranian regime would therefore have major ramifications, both for the Middle East and the wider world. That's why these warships gathering in the Middle East matter, and why all eyes are on the skies over Iran right now.
The U.S. and Iran are back on a collision course, and Trump's latest warning has the world on edge. He's openly threatened military action if Iran doesn't return to the negotiating table over its nuclear program, and Iran isn't backing down. They've fired back with a chilling warning of quick retaliation, what's got analysts really nervous. The growing U.S. military presence near Iran, which mirrors the lead-up to the June 2025 airstrikes. Back then, the build-up ended with a full-scale strike. So now people are asking, are we about to see history repeat itself? But that's not all Trump's doing. Behind the scenes, he's launching aggressive trade talks, pushing new tariff threats on the EU, India, and South Korea. And in a bizarre twist, he's bringing up Greenland again. Yes, Greenland. Trump believes the icy island could be a key U.S. asset, and he's hinting at renewed strategic interest. So while the headlines focus on Iran, Trump's moving pieces on multiple global fronts: military power, economic pressure, Arctic strategy. Is it genius geopolitics or a risky game with global consequences? Drop your thoughts below. Is this calculated leadership or reckless pressure?
US is this close in striking Iran again, and here's everything that you need to know. Remember Operation Midnight Hammer, which said to have destroyed all of Iran's nuclear capability? So why is US getting so close to Iran again, and why is there a need for a nuclear deal if all the sites were completely destroyed? Was that all a lie just 5 months ago? So Donald Trump has issued a fresh warning saying Iran must agree to limit its nuclear program or an attack is imminent. He claims a massive armada is moving towards the region and that the time is running out for the diplomacy. The open source tracking shows a significant US military buildup across the Middle East with additional fighter jets, refueling tankers, surveillance aircraft, drones, transport plane, and new air defenses at key bases like Al Udeid in Qatar. The US is also conducting a large regional exercise and has deployed a powerful carrier strike group which is led by the famous USS Abraham Lincoln, which is usually equipped with the F-35 fighter jets, cruise missiles, and likely a submarine. So it looks like the US now has the capability to strike almost any